Hi guys, welcome back to our alternate future of the world series. I know it's been forever since we last did it. Yeah, I know. It's been forever, right? Oh wait, that's not supposed to happen. One sec. And yeah, that is a brief hint of how I made the thumbnail that you've seen. And yeah, the EU, but Russia dominates this world, but it kind of loses domination when it decides it will take over Spain by forcing its neighbors that it needs to go through to quickly get there. Which, yeah. I moved this. It's in a different save format, just to let you know, so it makes sense. I rebuilt it, so if we see lines like this, I'll just fix it. But that's because I wanted it to make sense, because the colors all got messed up when I messed with like how it was saved. With Russia deciding to make this color to force these guys into the war that they don't want to be a part of. And why do they force? They don't force Yugoslavia. I think that's Yugoslavia. I hope it is. But like, it's been a while since I made it too. So like, there might be mistakes, errors. With Russia trying to strike Spain. Which, they trick the Basque into helping them. Oh my god, Basque, don't you join them. Why shouldn't I join them, says the Basque. Because they're manipulating you, obviously. They manipulate everyone. What do they do if you disagree with them? I don't know. It's like this Russian Empire probably doesn't care. With Finland basically saying, yo, you can't do that. With no one else in Europe or the world having the courage to say that, but Finland does. Of course Finland would say it. Like, we all know Finland. But it's been forever since we did this series, guys. But in case you don't believe me, I did cancel this series, but then I figured out just get the old app I used for mapping, which is photo image editor, you know, the old one, hashtag old one. I think old and new are two terms used too much. But this is an embarrassing defeat for Russia. What? Russia has like 40,000 troops. Yeah. The Basque has 20,000. But Spain has just ordered complete mobilization. And yeah. With Russia cakewalking, basically, they think. At least right now they're cakewalking. But you can cakewalk as much as you want. But you should be across this country by now, personally, I think. With behind the front people who are starving get mad in Spain, and they use bulls, and they do that. So, well, I hope the bulls survive. They probably. With dogs even at the front line just barking. But they don't know. They go to their former colonies. Oh wait, where'd they go? But they find a bunch of capybaras swimming, so they take them. With a decapitation strike launched by Russia with 2 spearheads, 3 actually. They get to Madrid, but they fail to take Madrid. They manage to swoop in here and swoop in a bit of land. They start moving, almost encircle Madrid, but Spanish fighters don't allow it and they push them back. And the Russians get slammed right back to their border. Catalonia border. I hope you have vision, because that would be bad, because I don't know how to narrate stuff that great. As you can probably tell. With the Spanish forces kicking them out of the south. But Russia just says, yeah, we were refocusing our efforts to Basque area. Which at first looks like a viable strategy. But that's before Spain decides to attack from the south. Yeah. They won't allow to be pushed. With an offensive being known as the winter offensive, because they do it in winter. But shortly lived as it's pushed back. I'd say it's 2090, isn't it like episode 9 we finished this? But it might be even earlier. And yeah, this happens. But with Spain focusing efforts, saying they're going to attack here, which they do like that, and their opponents think that's all they can do. But suddenly their forces come flooding in as fast as they could here. Oh my god. Did they just copy Ukraine in our timeline? How would they know? Because Ukraine died in this timeline. With Spain embarrassing the Russians completely. The Russians call full mobilization and send all their forces in. But Spain is ingenious, and they fly propaganda posters into Catalonia, who decides, well, we're going neutral. And if you don't like that, Russia, invade me, they say. And Russia says, sure, Catalonia, I'll invade you any day. With this being a major strategical issue, but Russia does do this, and they connect here. They slam into Catalonia, but the people don't want to die again. And Catalonia becomes Spain's ally. Wait, do you think I was ever... This is Russia's front. It's pretty good and strong looking. But remember, this is after months of fighting, and almost all their men are being sent in. But turns out, if you're getting embarrassed in a war and people don't want to fight, it doesn't matter how many conscripts you send in. With Spain doing a lot of stuff. Spain is Spain without the S. It's a good thing Russia doesn't speak French. Okay, just in case you don't understand that country ball meme, is basically that pain in French is bread. So I guess French people like pain. What about you? Isn't that logical to think? And well, they teach Russians a lesson by driving their forces out of the Basque region and liberating Basque, they say, but Basque doesn't want to be annexed back. They say, yeah, we're just liberating them, definitely not annexing them, definitely not. As if I didn't hear that before. They all say they're not going to annex. They all say they're not going to kill the country, but what do? They kill it. And yeah, another offensive. With Russia now in a stump. With them basically just holding the front, but it's too late after all of Spain's people and all of Catalonia's people storm in. With them like here, with the EU getting forced to basically pay the debt in all the countries. Which, if we go back in history, about 400 years now, yeah, we need to move that, put that back where it belongs. You won't see where it belongs because, well, you don't know where it belongs. But that's not a big deal, guys. Because I don't really record the tools I use, because that may be a bit distracting, I think. I'm at 117 subscribers. I'm doing pretty well, I think. But often the spotlight is not really... in Spain and Catalonia declares their independence from the pact. But with countries in the pact, such as the EU especially, feeling the burden of this war when they're highly taxed, with Catalonia even taking this island, the burden of being so highly taxed, they take it out against Russia. They blame Russia. With the communist EU government, nobody likes. Just saying. Well, in some places I hate them especially. And yeah, guys, well, this is basically what's going on. But we have one part left. You saw it in the thumbnail. I can't not do it. Got it, guys? If it's in the thumbnail, you have to do it. There's no but about it. Because thumbnails are supposed to attract viewers, and if your thumbnail turns out to be a lie, will it attract viewers? Well, then again, fast food restaurants attract viewers somehow through theirs. Maybe that's just part of being. With French rebels declaring war on the communist government in the EU, especially in Paris, Lyon, Bordeaux, Rennes, they all want to leave. Even Brittany is helping them, with them declaring war against the EU. Well, the CEU, Communist European Union. And the rebels expanding their grab, with us infuriating Russia to cutting off most supplies to them. Not allowing France to have any rights, oppressing France, which this quickly leads to Benelux leaving. And yeah, as if that's a good thing for the EU, I guess it's showing how unstable it is. Well, the EU kind of does collapse, but the borders they're planning on making stay the same, is what the rebels are. With Russia having had enough of this, they declare war and they force all of their alliance basically to support it. No, they support who needs to be helping, like Yugoslavia. And Turkey is in a bad spot, just saying. But it looks like Russia's dominance is dying. But eventually your dominance has to die. You can't keep domination forever. And in oppression, well, they started oppressing Germans, Italians now. So you can see the infuriation mounting. As a communist government in the EU, no longer able to keep Berlin or these cities, because the Germans don't even want to be a part anymore of Russian oppression. With them taking out Schleswig-Holstein and then using their forces. And yeah, they expand. Why is Russia supporting the red team? Maybe this is because I have a red team. Yeah, let's say that's a red team for simplicity. Why would I do that? Because I can. If I'm God, what can I do? Well, I'm not God. In this channel, I technically am. But that's besides the point. But you know what we all wish? Just because French rebels are not really that communist, and communism is red. And well, the Civil War gets bloody quickly. But with Switzerland and Liechtenstein being geniuses, they just declare now. All these rebels have one thing in common. They don't like the new government of Russia. With many countries else getting infuriated. With the rise of nationalism probably posing the biggest threat to Russia, that's a good thing. For these guys, at least. Maybe not for Russia, but really, what's a big deal? Russia oppressed them. They get what they deserve. We all get what we deserve eventually. Yeah, with the Italian rebels launching an offensive into Sardinia. And they go into Sardinia. Wait, what? Did I just call Sicily Sardinia? Well, that sucks. With France starting a fresh and offensive, it looks like France to victory. With France basically trying to launch the EU into the EUC into negotiations. Yeah. Yeah. They don't really know. From that little break. Why did I have a little break? Because, well, I don't have my videos already. with Italy having a crescendo offensive. With the EUC going into negotiations with Benelux region. Why? Because they have to. Revolting, still. It's a good thing oil isn't needed anymore in this world. I can't believe I'm back to this series, but that's something. That's good, I guess. With Germany taking the biggest scurvin ever. With them succeeding. With them with them having lots of regions that are industrial rich, especially in these regions. They're probably still industrially rich. With Benelux doing something. Italian rebels have an easy campaign. Why? Because they just need to go up a tiny mountainous peninsula. With French rebels, on the other hand, about to get negotiations, it looks like, as they take out this huge swath of Russian equipment. Well, Russia is at war with them, mostly because it's their puppet, but do you really think there's anything they can really do about this war? No, because they're weak, as we learned. They like to oppress people that revolt. Such a great idea. And yeah, well, Germany starts a SOAR campaign into Austria. Why are they doing this? This seems so stupid. But it works, as Vienna is captured. Well, now they have Austria helping them. With Russia not having enough logistical sense to cut this off, they pull this again. But except on a larger scale. Oh my god, you're such geniuses. With the ECU going into negotiations with the French. They're hoping to be able to keep some French land maybe, but they fail because France is too nationalistic and its people won't agree to that. That's just part of the problem. And randomly a bunch of rebels in Poland are spotted, which are Polish supported by them. Mostly near their border they rise up first, but then people see it across Poland and they're like, yeah, it's our time to shine. Poland cannon to space. Okay, Poland. Russia's infuriated at the Polish's regular government, along with the EUC. With them even crossing into Russia, saying these are legally our lands. And they want to establish West Ukraine as their puppet. Yeah, these rebels are more furious than the European ones because Poland was basically put in the war against their will. You can't do that to someone. That's dehumanizing, in my opinion. And there's no excuse for dehumanizing anyone, even the most evil person, I guess. Because that would be saying that if you do something stupid, you get it, basically. But, that's not really that bad. What's the worst that could happen? The EUC gets sent to Spain without the S when they end up in Sardinia. Okay, well, one second. Why? Because they already got their independence. With Russia still not having that many revolts, but Poland was severely wanting to get away. Which is not a shock, it's Poland. You know, Poland is best. With the Italians moving up, and somehow their French and German borders forces cross free Italy. Venice is captured. Nobody's there, but now towards Geneva, where they were hiding the government. And German forces quickly swerve over, and they all go in, and they oof the leader of the EUC. And well, the EUC decides it's no more as Italy declares its sovereignty. Everyone left, shockingly. But Hungary and other countries might have a different experience getting away, as Poland's revolution kicks the doorsteps of Lviv. Why does it kick the doorsteps? Because do you really think they're coming friendly, or do you think they're coming mean? Well, if I'm taking Warsaw, and then they move to Lviv, and they take Lviv, with barely a fight to call their own. Because Russia lost 200,000 forces in 2 weeks, while Poland only lost 20. So maybe it's just some capybaras. And it's found capybaras at the front line. Okay, they're geniuses. Who doesn't like a capybara? And if you don't like a capybara, please comment what's an animal you think is cute. But how could you not like a capybara is my question. Well, Poland declares its independence along with western parts of Ukraine across the pact, with Hungary basically saying, we declare independence, followed by Yugoslavia, followed by Czechia, which really infuriates Russia. And peacefully, Turkey, Bulgaria, and southern Romania declare independence. But it looks like Turkey is starting to claim some of their land, so it looks like a war is going to break out. But just because we can, let's make a cliffhanger. We're going to do one thing first before we will finish the video. With them declaring war on Finland, God, are they stunned? This is to prevent their collapse, it appears. But they are going to collapse either way. But Finland is going to keep them at bay. But unfortunately, well, why am I using yellow color? Well, they're able to take Estonia, which really infuriates Finland. Well, that's not the worst thing that happens in this episode, right? Yeah, as they slam into Finland. But Finland does lose land, they just don't lose a lot like Russia's hoping. They're trying to get back St. Petersburg, but Finland says, if it comes down to them getting it back, we're not allowing them any further than we have to. That's what Finland's government says, and Finland says basically a lot of words that I'm not going to say. Well, they decide they will liberate as much land as they can. With Russia finally coming to peace negotiations. This is quite a bit of flam, but they're still strong looking. A lot stronger than Russia, though. Odd they lost. Maybe that's because Russia sent, all people of everyone to the war. With Russia finally saying to Turkey, we declare war. And Turkey's like, oh shoot. Man. Didn't expect to go to war this soon, says the Ottoman Turkians. Says the Ottomanians. Yeah. Ottomanians. And basically, that's all for today's video. Please like and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Because our series are back. And please like, because if you like this enough, this series is coming back. So, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get 175 subscribers by, June 1st? No, not June 1st. February 1st. So, please like and subscribe. If you could do that, that would be great. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper is out. Why am I out? Because it's the end of today's video. I wonder what will happen between Turkey and the Ottoman Empire, with remnants, and Russia. Well, I don't think it looks good for Russia. That's all for today's video. Wild Map.